After killing multiple business associates and his divorced ex-wife, a man flees with his 2 children, a little Victoria and a newborn Lily. He drives too fast on a desolate, snow-covered road, crashes into a wooded area, and leads the kids to an abandoned cabin he stumbles upon nearby. After realizing his mistakes, he gets ready to kill his daughters and himself by murder-suicide, but a strange figure in the cabin kills him at the last second. Victoria's glasses broke in the crash, so all she can see when she looks at the figure is a blur. 5 years later, using his brother's inheritance, their uncle Lucas and his fiancée Annabelle have been frantically looking for his brother and nieces. The 2 kids are in the cabin when the searchers come across the wrecked car. Over this period, they have evolved into animals of the same species, with Victoria physically defending Lily from the trespassers. They are placed in Dr. Dreyfus's care, a psychiatrist. The children's mother's rich aunt and Lucas are engaged in a legal battle over custody of the kids, and the court doubts Lucas and Annabelle's capacity to raise the kids in a tiny apartment on a meager income considering their special needs. Knowing that he would be unable to follow the children's development if their aunt, who lives on the other side of the country, were to be granted custody, Dr. Dreyfus agrees to recommend Lucas and Annabelle as the children's legal guardians in exchange for their agreement to relocate to a special home used to conduct case studies. The odd woman that the kids keep calling Mamá is clearly living in the new house with them as soon as it becomes clear. Throughout the film, her past is revealed through a combination of Annabelle's dreams, Dr. Dreyfus's research, and conversations with Victoria. Although it is never explicitly stated, Mamá S. simple actions and appearance suggest that she had Down syndrome. She was a former patient at a mental asylum in the 1800s. She escapes from the asylum, stabs the nun who was caring for Mama's baby, and then takes the child back. She finds herself at the edge of a cliff overlooking the lake while being pursued by the authorities. With nowhere else to go, she jumps and falls, hitting a tree branch. The infant became stuck to the tree trunk and was retrieved by the people pursuing Mamá when she fell into the lake. Mother turns into a ghost. Warped by the depressing feelings of not knowing where her child is, she doesn't understand why the infant wasn't in the lake with her. She becomes physically twisted as a result, with many joints bending in the wrong directions and body parts twisted. After spending centuries searching the woods for her child, she came across Victoria and Lily just before they were to be killed in the cabin. She then took care of the kids as if they were her own. Electrical issues and black butterflies are typically signs of Mama's presence. Victoria always takes off her glasses when she looks at Mamá and tells Dr. Dreyfus she won't come where she can be seen. She plays with the kids but stays out of sight of everyone else. Lucas ends up in a coma after Mamá pushes him down the stairs early in the film. This makes Annabelle feel compelled to care for the kids, even though she doesn't want them. Lily continues to be animal-like while Victoria grows more and more like a typical child over time. This is because Victoria was older and had more social development prior to their abandonment in the woods. Lily is still wholly devoted to Mamá, but Annabelle grows close to the kids over time, and eventually, Victoria starts to think better of her. Annabelle starts to realize that something is off, and that Mamá might actually exist. Victoria says her mother gets very jealous and worries for her safety. First because Victoria is able to tell stories with information she shouldn't be able to know, and then because he actually sees Mamá, Dr. Dreyfus starts to believe the stories told by Mamá. During the investigation, he gets possession of Mama's baby's corpse. After coming to think that Mamá is in the cabin in the woods, Dr. Dreyfus goes to investigate but is murdered there by Mamá. Because of Lily's bruises from her animalistic tendencies, the aunt thinks Annabelle is abusing the kids, so she starts spying on the house to gather evidence. While in a coma, Lucas's deceased brother induces a dream in which the deceased brother asks him to save his children and directs him to a location in the woods. After yet another paranormal evening at the house, Annabelle goes to Dr. Dreyfus's office only to discover that he is missing. She then pilfers his case-related items. At this point, she discovers the baby's corpse and finds out about the details of the case that the doctor was aware of. Lily is still blatantly devoted to Mamá, even though Victoria makes a concerted effort to stand up for Annabelle and begs Mamá to stop attacking the kids and Annabelle at the same moment. After Annabelle is knocked out, the aunt breaks into the house at the last second while Mamá takes control of her body. Mamá carries the kids to the cabin on this body. When Annabelle awakens, she takes the baby's body and heads to the lake. En route, she meets Lucas, who has left the hospital and gone to the location his brother told him about when he was in a coma. When they get to the cabin, they discover the aunt's body but not Victoria or Lily. When Annabelle sees the cliff that Mamá had originally leaped off, she understands that Mamá had intended to jump off the edge with the kids because she has been warned that ghosts are twisted souls destined to repeat their mistakes. Although Mamá attacks the kids, Lucas and Annabelle get there in time to stop the kids from jumping. When Mamá discovers her baby's corpse, she stops the attack, sobbing and getting ready to throw it off the cliff, her deformed appearance turning back into a more human one. But as they are heading out, Lily calls out to Mamá, and she suddenly reverts to her deformed look and launches another attack that knocks Lucas out. She picks up the children and proceeds to the precipice. After making a valiant effort to stop Mamá, Annabelle is finally defeated and can only cling to Victoria. Victoria tries to talk Lily out of going when they reach the edge of the cliff, but Lily sobs that she, Victoria, and Mamá should all be together. Lily and Mamá transform into a shower of butterflies as they hit the branch after Mamá leaps off the cliff with just Lily. Victoria discovers at the end of the film that Lily is actually one of the butterflies keeping watch over her, possibly alluding to a ghostly regret that Victoria chose not to accompany Lily.